Yo guys, what's up? It's Justin back with another episode of YouTuber Tuesday. On this YouTuber Tuesday, we are shouting out Harmony Nice. She makes paranormal videos, she makes unsolved mystery videos, and many other videos like this.
That could possibly lead to who or what this figure could be. I'm not going to hate on Satanists at all in this video because modern Satanism is very, very different to how it's been depicted throughout the history of forever. Like my witch Satanists, like people who practice modern Satanism. From what I'm aware, from what I've read and researched about it, modern Satanism is not a negative thing. It does have a very negative connotation around it just due to history, like witches and Wiccans do. So just so you know, within this part, I'm not all judging Satanists or anything like that. This is just a part of the history of this case within this story too. So apparently upon going around and taking pictures of the cemetery, there was lots of evidence of satanic rituals throughout the cemetery. And what was interesting about these satanic rituals is a lot of them did not seem unprofessional. So a lot of them seemed like they had been done like through professionals that knew a lot about Satanism, just due to the kind of markings that were left, the formations and thing. Obviously the British Occult Society was educated on Satanism and they knew what to look for when looking the difference between a professional who has spent their life kind of researching Satanism. When it comes to the elements of these rituals, it wasn't just some like silly pranksters or teenagers pretending to do a satanic ritual or something to scare people. One particular tomb hidden deep in the heart of the Highgate Cemetery, actually in a little mausoleum building that had no graves in it. It looked like it had been converted into a small temple. And judging by the inverted pentagram and the magical symbols inscribed on the floor and the walls was in regular use. But what made it extremely more significant relating to this case and these symbols that were used, it was actually related to a specific rite and dedicated to one of the most very, very ancient deity or group of deities called the Old Kings of Hell. And the rite would look like was being taken place down in this mausoleum, could only be performed by people of the highest like levels of interest in Satanism, the highest adepts, because no amateur would even be able to attempt to summon.
And like this,
He decided to inform his parents on what the four boys had found, because whatever he had seen that day upon finding the skull really, really heavily affected Thomas Willits, and he ended up having tons of night tremors and couldn't sleep at all for like weeks and weeks after discovering this skull. So Thomas's parents notified the local police that went out to check the scene. So the police officers went to Hagley Wood and searched the inside of this wych elm tree, and upon doing so they found the skull that the boys had discovered. And not only that, they found a whole entire skeleton except the right hand. The skeleton was fully clothed in deteriorating clothing, which included a dark blue striped knitted cardigan with a belt around it, which was light blue as well. And this person was also wearing a cloth skirt with a underskirt on it, which was made of taffeta, a gold wedding ring, and crepe-soled shoes. Inside the mouth of the skeleton was a piece of material in order to have gagged the victim, which it was determined that it was made of taffeta too, so it could have been a piece of the under petticoat that she was wearing. Upon further inspection, all of the tags from all of her clothing had been cut out. There was no tags to be seen. And the right hand that was missing was actually found around half a mile to a mile away from the scene, completely gnawed down by animals. The body was sent out for DNA evidence conducted by a man called Professor James Webster, head of the Home Office Forensics Science Laboratory in the West Midlands. And it was determined that the body was buried around 18 months before it was discovered. The body was also determined to be female, around 35 years old. She had light brown hair and she was only 5 foot tall. It was also
check her out, show her some love. Link to her channel will be down in the description. Also clickables at the end of the video for you to go and subscribe to her, because she makes excellent content, she does a lot of research, and she just has really good quality videos. Because the paranormal and the unsolved mystery ones are not the only videos. Check them all out. Yeah. You gotta check them all out. And, yeah. Really, that's all I got for you on this episode of YouTuber Tuesday. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting. And, yeah. I love you guys. Oh, just said that. Well, I will see you guys in the next video.